How's it going, everybody? Clever joke here. So, I thought I might as well just talk about this man, and yes, while I understand that everybody, including their great-great-grandmother, has probably already talked about this man, I feel like talking about him anyways because of just how entertaining, like, this entire situation actually is, and just how funny it actually is, because of just how pathetic this individual just is in general. And of course we're talking about someone that goes by the name of MasterOogway. No, I'm not talking about the funny turtle from Kung Fu Panda. I'm talking about a man that mainly got his start by sounding like the turtle from Kung Fu Panda, if that makes any kind of sense. He mainly got his start by doing edgy humor with the MasterOogway impression. Pretty much one of the main ones that everyone tends to bring up is, of course, well, I think probably the one that ended up netting him the most amount of views, which was, if her age is on the clock, then I think you can take a wild guess as to what the last few words of that entire quote really are. But yeah, overall, that's just kind of how he ended up getting his start. Edgy humor on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and that is pretty much the one cheat code that a lot of idiots ended up getting in order to actually become popular, let's be fair. And of course, the thing is that at least with the MasterOogway impression, it was at least somewhat, I guess, unique for the most part. But if you just take a look at, like, MasterOogway's, like, shorts and whatnot, most of them are literally just him doing either, like, a goofy face, or just him stealing shit from, like, Reddit and putting his, like, crappy-ass music over it. And speaking of his music, that is pretty much one of the biggest things that has ended up netting him into the biggest amount of controversy, and was probably one of the biggest reasons as to why he ended up getting temporarily banned off of YouTube at some point. And the thing is it is just astonishing to me that this man has decided to just double and triple down on a lot of this garbage. It is just absolutely hilarious to watch. In case you don't know what it is, the main song that a lot of people end up bringing up whenever it comes to this particular man, and I might as well just start off with it as it's the main one that everyone knows about, and is of course the song that is, I shit you not, it is titled, I don't know, am I even allowed to say it on YouTube without getting crucified? You know what, I'll just play around it a little bit by saying the title was Funny Mustache Man from World War II is my N-word, and that is basically what the song was. That's what the song title was, and you can take a wild guess as to what the punchline of the song was just by the title. It's a bunch of really shitty, edgy World War II humor, and him claiming that the funny mustache man that killed 6 million people is his best friend. And that was the joke. Please, for the love of God, laugh is probably what his thoughts were when everyone was starting to shit on him. And of course that is what has netted him into a whole bunch of controversy, and he even decided to double down on this a lot with, for example, a video literally titled saying the actual N-word, in which, within the video, he literally does, in fact, say the N-word with the hard R. And of course he also has his more recent video titled My Apology Video for Falling Off, in which, if I remember correctly, the original title was My Apology for Saying the N-word. And, I mean, just take a wild guess as to how this one starts.
What's up, guys? It has come to my attention that a lot of people are making videos about me saying that I'm ruining YouTube, I have fallen off, I'm not funny, and that I'm just ruining everything. And I want to apologize for absolutely not giving a fuck!
Yeah, I really wonder which fake apology video he decided to steal that one from. Motherfucker over here just straight up being like the Amy Schumer of YouTube Shorts with just how many stolen fucking jokes he has. And I want you guys to just take into consideration that the original title was My Apology Video for Saying the N-word. And the thing is that he did in fact decide to double down on this one by apparently claiming that he took like some sort of ancestry test and it came back with him being like 2-point-something% black or something along those lines. Like, I'll just simply state it right now. If that excuse didn't work for Drake, then it sure as hell isn't gonna fucking work for you, numbskull. But that... But of course, that's pretty much the main thing that ended up netting him into a whole bunch of controversy. However, for some reason, another song, and this is like his most used song on his really shitty YouTube shorts, is a simple song called Out of Pocket. And I'll try to play like the main chorus here, although I'll have to like heavily edit it so that way YouTube's auto detection doesn't like pick it up and accidentally send this man like the extra 10 cents that this video is likely to make. So, you know, just from like the first few bars here, I want you to take a wild guess as to what the joke of this song is.
I'm not. My bitch calls, she say cuckoo. My dick tall when I see her. I gotta turn the heat at that bitch fine. She reminds me of my millimeter, that bitch fine.
The main joke of the song is, I'm a predator. That is literally the fucking... That's the joke. That's the joke. That's the joke of the fucking song. Like, and the thing is that this is probably, if I remember correctly, the most used audio on any of his YouTube shorts spanning across however many fucking channels that he has. This is the one audio that is used constantly. This particular one that literally makes me want to actually run into oncoming traffic to see if I can dodge that level of bullet hell. Like, that is the kind of fucking garbage that apparently has made this man popular. A bunch of edgy humor, and he decided to just continuously double, triple, quadruple down on it, quintuple, if possible. And the thing is that a lot of this ended up netting him a temporary ban on YouTube, mainly because his, well, Funny Mustache Man song ended up, breaking YouTube's terms of service for hate speech. Wouldn't that surprise anybody? But of course, he ended up having a small amount of a meltdown on Twitter. One of his first tweets whenever this happened was, well, that's it. My YouTube account with 7 million subs and 500 million views a month is gone soon because a group of people spam reporting me to rack up guideline strikes. And there's a nice little community note that's been added on to here stating, Team YouTube has confirmed that the reports for at least one video are valid due to a TOS violation on hate speech. An example of the type of video is taken down. Funny Mustache Man is my N-word, which is currently still available to listen on the Young Oogway Artist channel, so there you go. I mean, it's still available on another channel, but it's just been taken off of his main channel, and that's really about it. But here's another one. Here's another one that I just find to be personally funny. I'm gonna double down on wokeism and make an even crazier song than I did before. How are you going to double down on just saying the N-word? I just simply have to ask. Was the next step actually deciding to reignite the Third Reich? What the fuck is your plan? I'm sorry, but like him unironically putting wokeism in a tweet, just genuinely, that shit fucking sends me, man. I cannot take the word woke seriously anymore. Anyone that says that shit, I will laugh in their face. But of course, he did in fact make a, well, he didn't really make an apology tweet. His main apology goes along the lines of, everything aside, the song that I did make did go too far, and he then proceeds to backpedal on that by stating, well, it's allowed due to artistic freedom and whatnot. So quite literally, his apology just goes along the lines of, I'm sorry that you couldn't handle the edginess of my song due to our artistic liberty. Like, bro. But here's another one that just probably fully solidifies the amount of stupidity that MasterOogway genuinely has here, and it is this one, where he states, whatever setback, hate, or hardship I receive, it's nothing compared to what the Palestinians are suffering with right now. Motherfucker is straight up comparing getting cancelled to a genocide? There's no way this man is real. There is just, I refuse to believe that this is a real human being that I share oxygen with. There is no way that there is a human being this fucking stupid. Do I even have to explain why this comparison is like comparing a fucking orange to an Abrams tank? Do I really have to go into a diatribe as to why that is a stupid fucking comparison? Or do I just leave you guys there with that information and move on? His next tweet here states, I don't want to say much, but PewDiePie said it on a bridge too, and he said it as a curse word. Well, I said it as my homie. First of all, you were saying it as your homie towards someone who killed 6 million people, so take that for what you will. But also, second of all, PewDiePie actually apologized. Not once, but I think 3 different times, largely because of idiots like Vosh constantly bringing it up as if it's a point against PewDiePie and constantly calling him a fucking Nazi over something that at this point has happened so far in the past that I think the statute of limitations pretty much applies here. It just doesn't fucking make any sense. But this goes into another weird fucking meltdown that MasterOogway went on, where he started for some reason trying to almost state that really fucking terrible people were forgiven. Let me just give you some examples here, okay? First things first, he states that if Keemstar can be forgiven, I can be forgiven too. I don't think there's a single soul out there with a brain that has actually forgiven Keemstar at this point, even though when he said it all the way back in the past, that's already been Again, statute of limitations kind of applies, but the thing is that with Keemstar, there's so many other problems with him that at this point, it's kind of hard to even forgive him for even stating that. Then, of course, he decides to bring in Shane Dawson by stating, if Shane Dawson was forgiven for what he did to a cat, then I can be forgiven too. No one forgave Shane Dawson. His fucking career crashed and burned because of all of the allegations against him, you fucking nimwit. Nobody forgave him. And then finally, and this is the one that fucking kills me. If this man can be forgiven, I can be forgiven too. I'm just gonna say right now, if anyone in my audience was ready and willing to forgive EDP of all people, get the fuck out, please. Don't let the... Actually, please let the door hit you on the way out, because I don't want you here. What the fuck? There is no person on planet Earth that... I just refuse to believe that people like this actually exist. But yeah, that pretty much rounds it off when it comes to the whole MasterOogway situation. To my knowledge, I think it's still ongoing, and if more stuff comes out in regards to this situation, then I'll probably cover it. But overall, that's where this video ends. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like, that's very well appreciated. Leave a comment down below what you thought about the video, what you want me to talk about next, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to see more content such as this. Also, go ahead and follow me on Twitter and join the Discord server down below if you feel like doing so. And yeah, anyways guys, this has been Sandy, and have yourselves a nice day.